morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's Friday. The Premier League returns tonight. Thank the Lord. And Tottenham have made another superstar signing.
According to him, they have. According to Jimbo, they have.
Came out of nowhere, but today we have signed and Wilson Odobert. I'm sure it's not said like that because he's French. It's probably Wilson Odobert or something like that, which might make him actually a better player. Who knows? But today I'm joined by Jimbo and the new team of Premier League predictions crew of Nicholas and Chang. Jimbo, how are you?
Yeah, good. Woke up a bit snotty this morning. I don't know if it's hay fever or cold, but I don't feel bad. But then all of a sudden we make this signing and it makes me very happy.
It might be a delusion disease, maybe.
It might be.
Nicholas, how are you doing?
Yeah, good. I've the garden has been, the grass has been cut. I've trimmed some of the hedges. I've trimmed a couple of the trees. I'm raring to go. So yeah, sun is out.
Everybody wants to know: have you trimmed your wife's bush?
No.
Okay, just thought I'd ask. But yeah, I would have thought you had servants to do the grass and all that.
I gave him the weekend off.
Oh, good. See, who said he's ruthless? And Mr. Chang's here as well. How are you, Mr. Chang?
Doing very well, and looking forward to the opening fixture of this new Premier League campaign later on tonight as Man United take on Fulham. But I think we have lots to get into, especially as we get towards the predictions. And I simply cannot wait for Monday Night Football when we play away at Leicester City.
Yes, exactly that. Tigaro's here as well, saying good morning all. Big up Tigaro. Drew Lala says, afternoon, Kate, Jimbo, Chang, Nick and chatters. The meltdown has begun. Of course it has. Of course it has. This is Spurs. Afternoon, Jose. Big up Vindaloo. Big up Anthony Clark as well, saying, how's Tottenham's baby crash? Well, that's a great place to start, to be fair, because it's come out today, completely out of the blue, that we have signed certain Wilson Odobert. I like that. That's how I'm going to say it. I don't care if it's wrong. Age 19, I believe, from Burnley. Plays as a winger. 35 million euros, something around that figure, which is a hell of a lot of money. Jim, first reaction to this superstar signing that we've made?
Well, why are you taking the piss? He might end up to be a superstar.
Because no one's heard of him. An hour ago,
a lot of people have heard of him.
Burnley fans.
Sean's been banging on about him for how long?
To be fair, Sean from Spurs Talk Show has been saying this guy is someone that would suit Spurs because he's fantastic dribbler, got pace, blah, blah, blah. But generally, most of us had never heard of this guy.
Yeah, it's nice. Another young one. He plays both wings. He can play number 10. He likes to take his player on. He's can kick with both feet. You know, he's going to fit into the system. The reels I've watched, he loves to take people on and beat them. Yeah, and look, it doesn't have to be a massive name to fit into your team. It doesn't have to be a superstar name to fit in your team. It needs to be the right player to fit in your team. And we've brought him under the radar. Yes, I'm happy.
Nicholas,
until I watch him play right properly in a match, and if he's crap, I'm not going to start slagging him down. I'm going to give the boy a chance. He's going to be wearing this shirt, so I'm going to be behind him.
Fair enough. Nicholas, are you sharing Jim's excitement and optimism?
I'm not sharing his excitement and optimism. I agree with what he says about giving him time. As we said the other day, we need to give all these players time and see where we are at the end of the season. But Wilson Odobert, as I will call him, he's either going to be a Bert or he's going to be a top class player. So he's either going to be an Odo or he's going to be a Bert. So I think, look, apart from, like you say, under the radar, is it going to work? Is it no one knows the answers to these questions. So we'll just have to wait and see, won't we?
Yeah.
Only time will tell.
Exactly. Chang, any thoughts on our news?
I guess before you go to Chang, I guess probably everyone will be comparing him to the next Zidane or Mbappe or something like that. Yeah.
Oh dear. Chang, what's your thoughts?
I'm not going to comment on Wilson because honestly, I have no idea who this is. I've never heard of the player until today. So I'm not going to comment on what to expect from him or what he's going to bring to the team, how he's going to fit in Big Ange's Ange ball system. What I will say, though, is that for the second time in the space of 7 days or for the second time in less than a week, we are yet again signing players who were readily available to us, assuming he was readily available as soon as the transfer window opens. This is yet another player who was available at the start of the transfer window. He did not partake in any form of international, duties for his French national team, nor was he away at the Euros or preoccupied with anything. Much like Solanke, this is yet another player who is missing out on much needed preseason. And I mean full preseason with the lads, with Big Ange, with the coaching staff and everything. Why are we signing this sort of players now who are not preoccupied or tied down with international duties at the start of the transfer window and actually given them time to bed into the system and getting to know our existing squad players? I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe they had to wait for his valuation to drop. Maybe they had to wait for certain things to, fall into place before he could sign players like Solanke and Odobert. But again, this is another mysterious signing that came out of nowhere, which I felt could have been signed a lot sooner, not days before our opening match of the season, much like Mickey Van der Ven last season. So I think more questions are going to be raised about our recruitment and also our scouting more than anything. But as for Wilson, welcome to Tottenham Hotspur, much like Solanke. I hope you smash it for us. And looking forward to seeing him. If he does get any game time at all, what is he now? 20, 21 years old? I have no idea
19.
how old he is. But,
19.
19. Wow.
Yeah.
That means he's under 20. So this is another one for the future. Whether will he be getting as much game time as, say, Mikey Moore or any of the other youngsters? I think it's going to be a question to be asked of Big Ange prior to his pre-match conference. But yeah, all the best to him, and come on, you Spurs.
Exactly. I mean, Jimbo, Anthony Clark says, do you really think you're going to get top four with all these youngsters?
Yes. Yeah. I like youngsters, Kate. You know that about me, because they're hungry. They want to do well. They want to win. Sometimes you can buy players that are they're just too comfortable, and we've been doing that. Like people like that stupid McDonald's eater. I don't even want to say his name. These guys are young. They're hungry. They can play football. We know that, and it's not about one player. It's about a whole team. So yeah, I do think they can get in the top four, and they're not going to be scared.
I mean, I believe he can play left wing and right wing.
He's predominantly a right winger, right?
Yeah.
If you read up about him, he's predominantly a right winger, but he can play on the left and the right, and he can play number 10.
Yeah, look, it's unfair to say anything about this guy, whether it's good or bad. I don't know anything about him, and I'm not going to go by the reels on YouTube because they make everyone look good. So we'll just have to wait and see. I can understand people having a meltdown to an extent, but I think it's wrong to condemn this kid before we've seen him kick a ball. And he's probably still better than what we've got because our wingers are pretty poor. Will these kids get game time? Yes, I think they will. Not all of them. A few of our youngsters are already going out on loan. I think Mikey Moore might get some game time. Bergvall definitely will. Archie Gray will. And I think this kid will as well. But listen, let's just wait and see. More to the point, forgetting about these signings and the meltdown going on in Tottenham Hotspur as we speak, and Levy probably being absolutely slated by the world and his wife. The football season returns tonight with Man United Fulham. A lot of people tipping Man United to have a much better season this year. Bought some I think some good players in. Ten Hag's done what I think everyone thought he would do originally and gone down the Ajax route, which for me is the way forward. Jim, what's your score predictions for the Man United game tonight? Are you expecting a strong start from them?
No, I'm going to go 2-2. I think it'd be a draw.
Any particular reason why?
Well, I just think that it's first game of the season. They've all got a bed in, and I just think that Fulham are a tricky team, aren't they? And I think they got quite a good record against United. So I'm going to go 2-2.
Fair enough. Nicholas, are you expecting a strong start from Manchester United tonight?
Yeah, look, I think if they could have finished their dinner last week against City, then Rashford could have taken his chances and had many chances. I think they're just going to be too good for him. I think they're going to win 3-1. I think Fulham will score. Muniz is going to be touted. So any of you that haven't done your FPL teams, then I would suggest sticking Mr. Muniz in for Fulham. So yeah, look, I just think it's going to be that, and all this talk because Emil Smith-Rowe scored 2 goals in 2 games. He won't do anything tonight. So
yeah. I mean, a lot of people are saying he's going to be a real game changer. I'm not convinced he will, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Chang, what's your thoughts on the game tonight?
This is a difficult one to call, and there is cause for concern actually. Man United. If you just look at the way Marcus Rashford was just scuppering his chances last Saturday against Man City in the Community Shield, I think he's going to find it difficult to emulate his his one big season, the only time he actually did anything for Man United. So I am still predicting Manchester United to win this by 2-1. Don't get me wrong. I think Manchester United will still scrape a win at Old Trafford later on tonight, but United are going to struggle again this season. And yeah, I still tip United to win by 2-1, but they are going to struggle.
I'm thinking it's going to be comfortable for United. I'm with Nick. I'm going 3-1. I think United will be too strong. They've done some good business. Apparently, Oxford are on tonight. Didn't have a clue.
Yellows.
Who are Oxford playing? Accrington Stanley or someone like that, is it?
Coventry, I think.
Coventry.
I don't know.
I think Man United are going to have a
Coventry
really
away.
season.
They did get absolutely spanked by them in the FA Cup last season,
Fair enough.
I think that this Oxford side, I think they might surprise some people. I don't think they'll be top half, but I think they've got enough to stay up. So
yeah, well, I think, like I say, Man United are going to have a good season this year. I expect them to finish in top 4, and so I think they will start off with a 3-1 win. Lee, I'm interested to hear what you think about our new signing. Do let us know. 2-1 says Drulala. 2-2 Smith-Rowe dagger says Diddler. Look, we all know that the first game of the season does tend to throw up a lot of draws, so it's not out of the realms of possibility.
It does, but there's also a lot of goals as well because everyone's settling down to everything. So
yep, exactly. Nick, I'll start with you with this one. A lot of people saying Ipswich are going to finish in the top 10 and going to surprise a few teams. How do you see them faring against Liverpool?
I think it's going to be a tough opening game for them. I think Liverpool are going to win 3-0.
Wow.
I think Ipswich are going to be kind of overwhelmed in this first game. It's not a very nice. Nice first game, right? But yeah, I think Liverpool win 3-0.
At the end of the day, it's kind of like a welcome to the Premier League match, isn't it? Chang, you expecting a battering for poor old Ipswich?
I'm expecting a Liverpool win, although I don't think it's going to be a battering because the Ipswich players and also the fans will be up for it. I mean, how many decades has it been now since they last won promotion back to the Premier League, or rather the First Division? I do remember Ipswich in the First Division, I think back in the 80s, was it? But I don't remember them being in the Premier League since its inception, or I could be wrong about that. But I think Ipswich have a thing to prove later on this week. So I would expect them to get a goal or two. But I think Liverpool will be comfortable for the win. So I'm going to go for Ipswich 1, Liverpool 3.
Oh, Jimbo, what's your thoughts?
I'm going to go 3-1 Liverpool. I think I'm with Nick. I think that it's going to be a bit overwhelming first game for them, especially up against Liverpool. The Liverpool players are going to give it everything. It's their first game under Mr. Slot. So I think it's going to be, I'm going to go 3-1.
Well, I'm doing a high scoring 4-2 to Liverpool. I think Ipswich will score a couple of goals because they're at home, but I think Liverpool will just be too strong for them. But I do think Liverpool are going to drop off this season. I think I was the only one on the terrace yesterday that didn't put Liverpool in the top 4, but I don't see it.
You're the problem, Kate. That's why.
Liverpool will smash them. They still upset. They got no Zubi do. AFC Matt says 1-0 to Ipswich. Wow, that'd be good. 4-0 to Liverpool. Salah hat trick. Wow,
that'd be lovely for my FPL team with Salah as
captain. Mine too. Then the next game of the weekend we have Arsenal Wolves. Chang, I'll start with you for this one.
As much as I would like to say that Woolwich are going to lose their opening game of the season at home, I can't see them losing this just based on their preseason. Really, I don't think they've lost a single game all preseason too. And I think Wolves are going to be for the poorer now that they've sold. Oh my God, I can't remember his name now.
Neto.
The guy that we were after. That's right, Pedro Neto. Yep, we were after him, and he was sold. And I think it's going to be. I'm going to go 2-0. 2-0 for Arsenal against Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Okay, Jimbo, what's your thoughts on the Gooner game?
Well, I don't think Wolves have beat Arsenal since 1970 something. I'm sure I saw that this morning when I was on the internet. It's going to be an Arsenal win. It's just what the score's going to be. I'm going to go. I think Wolves will put up a good fight. So I'm going to go 2-1 to Arsenal.
Wow. So quite close. Nicholas, what's your thoughts on Arsenal? Who, like me, you've got, and I think Jimbo as well, have got as winning the league on our video, which is premiering in the morning. What's your thoughts on this game?
4-0 Arsenal. I just can't see anything else, if I'm honest. It's going to be an absolute landslide. The Arsenal fans will be gassing up. We're going to win the league after one game. They're going to do what Tottenham fans do with signings. They're going to gas it up. So let them gas. 4-0, I think.
Yeah, and I'm going to go 3-0. I think it's going to be very comfortable for Arsenal. Giuseppe last night on the Football Terrace said that if Arsenal win their first 5 games, they will beat, I think it's 5, they will have beaten Man City away and Tottenham away, and that will guarantee him the league. So Arsenal...
What's that? We'll say that again, Kate.
He said that he thinks if they win the first 5 games, which include Tottenham, Arsenal, Giuseppe said it. Right. Giuseppe said it last night, that guarantees them the league. After 5 games... He's saying if they win all 5, that will guarantee him the league.
Oh, right.
Which is
has Giuseppe had too many pizzas or something?
I think he's had too many somethings. I tell you, it was a bit.
All I'm going to say is, Arsenal fans, remember after New Year, remember what you always do. Yeah. So that's actually where you need to be worried about, not the start. You can win the first 15; it doesn't matter. But if you then go and do your normal drop-off after Christmas, then it makes no difference because we all know City start poorly and then come on strong from January. So if I'm just saying, 5 games, the season doesn't end after 5 games. It ends after 38 games. So
and last year,
I mean about Arsenal fans gassing, they always gas too early. Like, oh, if we win first 5 games, we're going to win the league. We might not win another game after that. So come on. I know I predicted them to win the league, but you need to keep grounded a little bit. You need to show a little bit of class. You know, that's what you need to do. But to say that, you know.
I mean, at the end of the day, Tottenham fans were criticised last year for saying we'd win the league in October. Now we're doing it in September. The Arsenal fans are saying in September they will win the league, which is bonkers. But Jim, what was you going to say?
I was going to say he put about them not having Neto, and was it who was the other one?
Kilman.
AFC Matt said
Kilman. They haven't got Kilman either.
Wolves, but yeah, do you know what? Sometimes that can work against you. They bring new players in, and they want to prove themselves and show that they're worthy of that position. So sometimes that can go against you.
Yeah, there is that. They have got 115 charges pending, City, but they had that last season, and yeah,
they've also got a bank account and lawyers that I could only dream about of having. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. As Deji says, come April, they may have too many Easter eggs and the wheels fall off. Yeah, we will see. We were unbeaten in the first 10, so should Ange have been fired for not winning the league? Yeah, by that logic, you would say so. But I mean, football fans are funny.
All I want to say is, Arsenal fans, why are you not gassing up about Mikel Arteta or Michaela Arteta? What the hell is going on with his face? Like, seriously, come on.
First he lets men feed him meat, and now he's had a facelift to look like a woman. I mean, what is going on with your manager, guys? Come on.
I heard after he had the facelift, he went straight back to the restaurant.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all. He's looking handsome. Yeah, if you're blind.
If you're in Lego world.
If you like people that look like that boxer at the Olympics, that I'm not really sure what gender they are. So yeah.
He looks like Mikel Price, a bit mixed between Katie Price and Mikel Arteta, somewhere in there. What's this? Afternoon, all hope you're grand and sorry for the tardiness. Just want to say I think we're witnessing the death of the in the know under Lange. Yeah, do you know what? This is one thing we've definitely learned this transfer window is journalists ain't got a bloody clue what is going on. Because no one saw this coming. Solanke really came out of pretty much nowhere. Yeah, I mean, just the journalists have been all over the place this transfer window. So, but there we go. No, he hasn't, says Angus. I love how sensitive Arsenal fans are towards their manager as well.
Yeah. But Kate, if they go and lose 3 games, they want it rid of him.
Yeah,
exactly. I want him out. I want him out of my club. And then he'll go and win and be like, oh yeah, he's all right. He can stay.
Yeah, we've got Super Mick Arteta. Get him out of my club.
Plans is, if he doesn't win you a trophy this year, he has to be sacked. I'm sorry. The amount of money that he spent, he has to be sacked.
Yeah. I don't think that's a bad call, to be fair. Obviously, next we've got Everton versus Brighton. Doesn't fill me with much, I don't know, excitement, this game. Jimbo, Everton, Brighton. What are you fancying?
Sorry, Bobby was just texting me.
Friend.
American friend.
In your own time, we've got all day.
I'm going to go 2-2 there as well.
2-2 Everton Brighton.
Yeah, Everton are better at home than away, and it's been a little bit of a upheaval at Brighton in there, so I'm going to go 2-2.
The amount of money you spend, and just spent more in 1 year. Do you know what?
He has spent a lot of money since Ange has been in. He spent, if you work out the signings we've got and what they've spent, it does work out quite a bit of money.
But he hasn't had 5 seasons yet.
No, yeah, it's still Matt. You still got to get the players in. You've got to get them all together, working together. And Arteta's had 5 years for that. So I am actually going to say I do think Arsenal will win the league this season. But if they don't, I think he should be sacked.
Yeah. Go on, Chang.
Yeah, I was about to address that that statement there that Ange spends more money than Arteta in the space of 1 year. I mean, you can read this in one way on the amount that we spend on players like Brennan Johnson and Solanke and some other players. But you mustn't forget, we also sold Kane for 100 million. Does anyone ever consider things like this in the net spend, or rather the net expenditure? So there is one way of looking at this: how much you spend, and also the net transfer spend after you've taken into consideration all the players that we sold. The latest being, I'm not going to rub this in, but the latest one being Emerson Royale. Sorry, Nicholas.
Yeah. I'll get you. Big up Phil Coy says Odobert was a bit left field, but didn't expect that. Very tricky winger who can take on a man. What we lack. Good. I like that bit of positivity.
Yeah, Phil with a bit of positivity. Well done, Phil.
Yeah, for bringing in the good vibes, Phil. Big up, Ed. It's good to see you. Everton, Brighton, Nick. What do you fancy?
I think it's going to be a boring game, which means it'll probably be 3-3. Now I've said it. I think it's going to be. I'm going to say 2-1 Everton. I just think that it's the last season at Goodison. They tend to kind of start off okay-ish. So yeah, 2-1 Everton. Okay,
Chang, what's your thoughts?
I'm going to go for 1-1. Everton 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. 1-1 draw for me.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the same as Chang. I think 1-1 doesn't fill me with much. I don't know. I just think it's going to be dull, this game. But, we'll see. Brighton have done a good bit of business, apparently. But, yeah, just sounds like a bit of a meh game. But we will see. Like Nick says, it'll probably be like 4-4 or something ridiculous now. Newcastle, Southampton, Nick. What's your thoughts?
I think this is going to be similar to the Liverpool game. I think they're going to Newcastle at home against the Southampton team, which they put up a bit of a fight. So I think it's going to be 3-1 Newcastle.
Wow. Chang, what's your thoughts on Newcastle, Southampton?
I'm going to go for 2-0. I think, Newcastle are good for the win over at Tyneside. And Southampton, welcome back to the Premier League. Congratulations on winning promotion. But I think this match might be, I think this match might have come too soon, because Newcastle are definitely going to try and break into top 4, maybe even top 5 this season under Eddie Howe, and I don't see them dropping points here on their opening game of the fixture of the new season. So yeah, it's going to be a 2-0 win for Newcastle over Southampton.
Yeah, I'm going the same as Vindaloo, and I'm going 4-0 Newcastle. I think it'll be an absolute trouncing tonight, and I think Newcastle, they're my tip for 4th place this year. I think they're going to be a bit of a, I say dark horse, but they've got more money than God, so they're not that dark, but you get what I mean. Jimbo, what's your thoughts?
I'm going to go 3-1K. I think first game of the season, Newcastle, Southampton, are going to give it everything, but it ain't going to be nowhere near enough. So I'm going to go 3-1.
Yeah, I think we all tipped Southampton to go back down, if I remember rightly. I don't know if that's the real Don Hassam or not, because if it is, he's changed his name from This Is Football, so I'm not sure if it is Hassam, but I think Southampton are going to struggle this season, in my opinion.
It's not, because he would have said hello to me first.
Yeah, he probably would have, yeah.
He always does.
Forest Bournemouth, Chang, another game that sounds a bit meh. What's your thoughts on that?
Bournemouth and Forest. I think I'm going to go for another draw here. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw between Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth. It's going to be 1-1.
It is Hassam. He's come out with his favourite line, Jim deserves an Oscar. Big up Hassam. Loved your absolute meltdown about Zubimendi. Keep him coming. I'd absolutely love to see Hassam cry. There's nothing greater in the world than those tears. I'm going to go for this one. I'm going to go 0-0. Boring 0-0. for Forest Bournemouth. Jimbo, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, it's not. They don't like the room up, does it? I'm going to go 2-1 Forest at home.
Ooh.
So I think Forest's going to win a few games at home this season. I think this will be one of them.
2-1. I do predict, before we go to Nick, that both of these teams are going to get relegated this season. But Nick, what's your thoughts on this game?
1-1. I think there'll be goals, but it's going to be pretty boring.
It's all rather depressing, this game, isn't it? Everyone's a bit like 1-1, 0-0, 1-1, 0-0, except Side Dance, who says 3-0. Forest, my dark horse for top 10. Wow, I've got them to go down this season. But there you go. This is why football's so great. We all think differently. West Ham Villa, I'll start this one off. I am going to go. Oh, this is a really tough game to call. I'm going to go 3-2 West Ham. I think they've done some brilliant business, and I think Villa are going to struggle this season. Obviously not at the start, but I just think West Ham will nick this. Jimbo?
Bobby's just sent you a message. If you can read it, Kate, please. I'm going to go. This is a hard one because they bought some decent players, West Ham, haven't they? I'm going to go for a draw, 2-2.
Desmond? Nicholas?
I think that although West Ham have done well and they've got some good signings, I think that Villa are still going to be too strong, and I'm going to go 3-2 Villa.
Wow. So you're doing the opposite to me. Wow.
Yeah, and also, Jim, tell Bobby K you're not his secretary and tell him to F off.
Yeah.
Tell him
Bobby.
yourself in a minute.
Chang, what's your thoughts on this game? Both, I mean, a lot of people tipping West Ham to creep up into the top 6 this year.
I'm actually tipping Villa to win this game. I'm tipping them to win by 2-1. I'm actually hoping that Ollie Watkins picks up from where he left off last season, and he actually, properly challenges Harry Kane for that starting spot in the next World Cup. If Harry Kane is indeed still in the reckoning in the new England lineup under some new English manager who is going to be taking over from Southgate come the next World Cup. But yeah, I really am expecting the likes of Ollie Watkins to just pick up from where he left off, much like Ivan Toney. So I think this game is going to be a 2-1 win for Villa over West Ham.
Wow. Bobby K, speak of the devil and he will appear, says, good morning, Kate, Jim, Chang, big time, and everyone in the chat quiz. Big up, Bobby. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. But I am not. Jimmy's not your secretary. If you want to talk to me, you can talk to me or go through my other secretary, not my husband.
Yeah.
West Ham 3, Villa 1, says Ronnie. Next up, Brentford Palace. Jimbo, Brentford Palace. How'd you see this one going?
Palace away. I'm going to go 1-1, Kate. Everybody thinks Palace is going to have this fantastic season, but I think they're just going to be like they normally are, mid-table. And Brentford always do well at home, so I'm going to go 1-1.
Yeah. Nick, what's your thoughts?
This has got all of the things set up for an Eze masterclass. So I'm going 2-0 Palace.
Wow. Chang, what's your score prediction?
This is a tough one to call because for me, in my head, it's going to be Ivan Toney against Eze to see who can outscore each other. And I'm also expecting Ivan Toney to pick up from where he left off last season with Brentford. So I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw between Brentford and Palace. 2-2 for me.
There's a lot of people sitting on the fence with their draws this time. I mean, I am going to go 2-1 Palace. I'm just going to do them to nick it. Palace only lost Elise manager as a gem. Yeah, you're right, babe. I just
fine,
think.
thanks.
What's that?
So I'm fine, thanks.
Sorry, my son poked his head in. I do think it could well be an Eze masterclass tonight. But we'll see. I think this this is tomorrow. No, it's not. It's Sunday. It's
They won't
Chelsea.
play him, Craig, because he's coming to us.
Shut up. Not what? Now we've signed Odobert, or whatever his name is. The legend that is Odobert.
If he's coming to us, so they say that he's got a knock or something, you watch.
The last Wilson we had at our team was bloody Wilson Palacios. And now we've got Wilson Odobert. Lovely. Nicholas, Chelsea versus Manchester City.
Well, last season it was 4-4. I don't think it'll be anywhere near that. I think it's going to be I'm going to say 2-1 City.
2-1. Oh, excuse me, I've got hiccups. Chang, what's your thoughts with this one?
Difficult one to call for this match in particular, especially knowing the Chelsea players with their new manager bounce. I think they're going to try and impress. They're going to go out of their way, in fact, to try and impress the new manager. And let's say a 2-1 win for City. I'm going to go for City 2, Chelsea 1. I think City are still going to edge this, especially Phil Foden. I'm also expecting Phil Foden to pick up from where he left off last season, continuing on with his goal scoring from last season, and also his rather indifferent form for England in the Euros. So it's going to be a 2-1 win for City at Chelsea.
Wow, City have got no Rodri tonight. So I was going for a draw anyway. I'm going to go for a.
It's not tonight, Kate. It's Sunday.
Sunday. Do you know what? I don't even know what day it is. I am going to
Wednesday.
go for. Do you know what? This is tough. Chelsea could just nick it. New manager bounce. Everyone thinks, yeah, Chelsea are back, and then their season falls apart. I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea. I'm going to be outrageous.
Wow.
And go 2-1 Chelsea. Jimbo, what's your thoughts?
I think City are going to start the season well this year. They didn't last year, did they? I think it's going to be. I'm going to go with an outrageous 4-0 to City.
2. Wow. Thing is, you know what worries me? Well, not worries me because I don't really care. But City have got rid of Alvarez. They've not replaced him, have they? Now Oscar's broken his leg. I don't know.
Yeah, they still got a great squad, Kate.
Big up to you, Ian Meth. Good to see you. Hope you're well. The last game, obviously, of the weekend is the best game of the weekend, obviously. Leicester City versus Tottenham. Jim, I'll come to you first because we'll have your pure emotional response and positivity before we go round.
4-0.
What, to Leicester?
4-0 to Spurs.
Harry winks to get all 4. All 4 odds.
Goals.
Any particular reason for that scoreline, Jimbo?
Because I think we're mighty and we're Spurs and we're going to kick their ass. First game of the season, we're going to smash it.
I got to laugh because I do love your positivity, but it's bonkers. Nicholas, are you going to the to the Leicester Tottenham game?
Yeah. So for anyone that doesn't know, I've only witnessed one win in an away game. So
you're the problem.
I'm the problem. Yeah. I was on the pitch. Yeah, it was my fault. So for that, it wouldn't surprise me if we don't win. However, I think we're going to have too much for Leicester. I think we'll concede a goal because we always do. And obviously, last time we were there, it was Porro's debut, and we got absolutely spanked. So So yeah, that just another little thing there that if Emerson was playing, we wouldn't have got spanked. So, but I'm going to go 3-1 Spurs, and then Solanke's probably going to score, and then everyone's going to go, "Oh, he's going to be amazing," and we're going to lose our minds. So.
By everyone,
That's also my prediction about what's going to happen. We're going to lose. We won. Solanke scored. Told you, you're all in the mud. Get your receipts out. This is what's going to happen.
That'd be just from me.
Yeah, I was just going to say by everyone, you mean Jimbo.
Yeah.
So 3-1. Chang, are you feeling the confidence here?
I'm feeling confident, although I still feel that our defense is too shaky and unpredictable to not concede. Given the way we've been performing all preseason, just giving away stupid goals, either from trying to play off in the back, not being able to defend our set pieces, which still baffles me why we haven't found ourselves a set piece coach to defend against set pieces, let alone trying to score from them. So I'm going for a scrappy 2-1 away win. I still feel that we will concede from either a bad back pass or trying to play out from the back, or even a set piece, be it from a corner or free kick. But I am backing Solanke to score at least one, and one of either Son or Kulusevski is going to get our second goal to bring home all 3 points from the Foxes.
Did you want our goal scorers?
Hang on, we'll go there in a minute. Nick, Bobby K asked who you're going to the match with.
I wouldn't like to name drop. So
we are Tottenham TV. Oh, big time friends. Oh, Ben and Sim are my best friends. Oh, that's who he's going with. I'm going to be realistic. I'm going to be 2-2. I've said it from the beginning. I know Jose's just said Leicester have got no fit attackers, but we're just too open. I can see this being a draw. Leicester are one of our bogey teams. I hate playing Leicester, and yeah, I'm going 2-2. Sorry, everyone, but that's my prediction. Big up AJ. It says it's Friday, the Premier League back, and it's glorious. Yes, and I've just got a text to say we've got the tickets for Everton. Just got to send the money over. So next weekend, Jimbo and I will be at the ground again, cheering on the mighty Spurs, and not sat next to the away fans this time. So that's something to look forward to.
Wow, that's what happens. That's what happens when you trust a leprechaun, isn't it? So.
Jimbo,
what was that? I missed that bit. What was that about the leprechaun? Why?
We've got the tickets, and they're not sat next to the Arsenal the away fans. And Nick said, "Well, that's what happened when you trust a leprechaun."
Oh.
Bless him, Paddy. He's got us some great tickets for Ipswich. So,
he had to make up for it, didn't he?
I'm hoping there's a pot of gold as well. Oh, top of the morning to you, laddie.
He's not going to be there, is he? When he's down the high road, there's fucking leprechauns running around everywhere, aren't there? So. Lots of gold, rainbows, and bloody pints of Guinness everywhere.
Nothing like stereotyping people.
Well, someone will get upset. It's only a joke. Paddy knows it's a joke, so whoever's watching this has probably clipped it, sent it to him. But it's not a slight. Don't get all upset. Don't go all woke. It's not that deep.
Jim, you've said 4-0 to Spurs. Who are your 4 goal scorers?
I'm going to have Solanke to get 2 on Monday. I'm going to have Sonny to score 1. And I'm going to throw in, I think Johnson will get a nice little run across the box and tap one in.
So you want a Monday BJ? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I have a Friday one as well, please?
Nicholas, who are your goal scorers? You said 3 for Tottenham. Who are you picking for us?
Son.
Yeah.
Will score. So who else? I don't know. Johnson will probably still a living. Don't know. I don't care. If we win, we win. I'm not. I think just predicting the scores hard enough. Not then giving it. I don't know. I just think that I don't care. 3 points is all that matters. Maybe James Maddison might turn up and do something because he's done naff all for the last 8 months. So maybe he'll come and prove a point, or maybe Harry Winks will show him how it's done. So
it's just come up on Sky Sports that Newcastle have put in a 4th bid for Gay.
Yeah, a record bid for them apparently. Chang, who do you think's scoring for Spurs at the weekend?
So I mentioned earlier that I am backing Solanke to get 1 goal for us. And as for the other goal in our 2-1 away victory, it's going to be either Sonny or Kulusevski, or even Brandon Johnson, a goal from the wing. But if I had to choose between the 3 of them, I would rather it be Sonny. Everyone's saying that he's past his prime, he's on his way down, he's on his way out, things like that. But I think Sonny still can be a big player for us. What better way for him to kick off this season with a goal for himself? So it's going to be 1 for Solanke and 1 for Sonny.
Yeah, and I've predicted Solanke and Kulu to score the 2 goals. Jimbo, obviously, I think the defence picks itself with Vicario, Doggy, Porro, Van der Ven, Romero. That's done. Who are you starting in midfield and up front?
I think he will start.
Obviously not Basuma, because he is now suspended from that match because Angie's cross.
I think Bentancur will be in there. I think Madders will be in there. Them 2, I think, will definitely be in. And I think he'll probably start with Sarr.
Okay.
That's what. I think it'll be. I think he might start with Kulu and Sonny and Solanke in the middle.
Okay. Nick, what about you?
I would like to see Archie Gray, Bergvall, and who else? Kulu maybe play starting that midfield in the 10. But he'll probably play Sarr, Maddison, and Bentancur. Yeah.
Yeah, and up front, who are you picking?
Well, it should be Son, Solanke, and it'll probably be if he's going to go with what I've said, it'll be Son, Solanke, and Johnson.
Yeah.
But it'll probably be that's what I think. I think look, you have to, if Bergvall's here and he's doing it, I think he deserves to start over Maddison. If that's the choice of the question of who's going to play Maddison or Bergvall, then for me, Bergvall, it should be 100%.
I agree, but I don't think he will, Nick.
No, I know. But if we, I think a lot of this should be done on, should be done on form, and a lot of it should be done on desire. And I think that Bergvall has shown far more in the first games than Maddison has. Forget about last season and injury, whatever, but in pre-season, Bergvall's shown a lot more for me than Maddison. But it'll probably be, like you said, the only question mark that I would say is, do we need to risk a Dogie at left back, considering he's had no pre-season and it's only Leicester? I would say
Spence.
I mean, I wouldn't say that would be my first choice, but then it's Davis other than that, and Davis isn't a left back. So,
thank God we haven't got Royale in now.
Well, Royale would be the obvious choice, Kate. He played out of position last season, and you heard what Anne said about him. So, I mean, this game was crying out for Emerson to play at left back, but I mean, you could argue we know that Porro is going to cross there, and you could maybe slot Archie Gray in at right back.
Or you could play Van der Ven in left back and Dragushin as left centre back.
Exactly. So there are options, and exactly, Rinketic. I was right all the time. So yeah, look, I think I personally wouldn't risk a Dogie because we've got bigger games coming up. So
He might put VDV in and put the Dragon in.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to see.
That would make perfect sense, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think any of them had a lot of game time since the Euros, obviously. So he'll probably just go safe, play it safe. And look, if whatever we do on Monday night, let's just be 3-0 up at half time, and then we can take some players off and rest them and give players some more minutes so we don't have to worry about it. I just don't want to go there and, we start first 15 minutes, we start well, we score a goal, then all of a sudden they get a goal and it's nervous. And we have to start well. We have to start the game well, and we have to finish it off early. So,
yeah, I expect us to go 1-0 down. Actually, go 2-1 up, and then 2-2. But we shall see. Chang, who are you playing in midfield and up front?
My midfield choice hasn't changed since Monday when I predicted it's going to be Bergvall, Pape Matar, and probably Bentancur. That's going to be our midfield three. For me, I think Maddison has been very erratic all preseason, and that's not even against Bayern Munich. Even away in Asia, the Asian tour, he hasn't really shown me a lot. He doesn't really exude confidence, put it this way, despite him being in the leadership group. So it's still going to be Pape Matar, Bentancur, and Bergvall for me in midfield. That'll be my midfield trio. And as for the defense, I'm going to stick with Porro, obviously at right back. Mickey van der Ven is probably going to be deployed as a left back, an auxiliary left back if Udogie isn't fully fit to be starting. Expect Dragoshin to be left centre back and Romero to be right centre back.
And what about up front?
Oh yeah, up front.
Sorry.
Up front it's going to be Solanke. Obviously, he needs to start. Son Heung-min is going to slot into left wing. And I am expecting Kulusevski to pick up from where he left off from those 2 goals he scored against Bayern Munich last weekend to start at right wing. And maybe Johnson is going to come on in the second half as our super sub on the right wing.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Jim?
They were just talking about our new signing on Sky Sports, and they said that who was their manager's gone to Bayern? I forgot his name.
Company.
Yeah, said he's an outstanding player. People don't realise how good he is, and they're saying that he's going to fit in our style of football perfect.
Let's hope so. My midfield, I picked Bergvall, Sarr, and Bentancur, and up front, I picked Son, Kulu in the middle, because he's been on fire, and I think give Kulu the start and bring Solanke on. And I put Werner on the other side. Why are you looking like that, Nicholas?
On the right-hand side, Werner.
Yeah. Listen, I want to try new things. It's Leicester, right? Listen to me, Nicholas.
I'm listening.
Right? I'm going to give Kulu half hour in the middle and Werner on the right. If it's not working, I'm going to move Kulu to the right and stick Solanke in the middle. Call me crazy. I don't care.
I'll tell you what, I can't get either of you. I mean, they say opposites attract, but inside those brains of yours, fuck me, there's some crazy stuff going on.
My brain cells are fine, thank you.
I can't leave Kulu out, but I want to see him in the middle. And I don't want to put Brennan Johnson. I don't want to start Brennan Johnson ever. He's not good enough to start ever. So who else am I going to put there? Nick, who's going on the right wing, Nick?
Well, like I said, if we're talking about things that could happen, Pedro Porro should be on the right wing. That's where he's positioned.
That's why I say that as well. I say that, but
If
the new
we
kid could
play,
go there.
Yeah, put Pedro Porro on the right wing. You can put Archie Gray at right back. Then you can have Romero, Dragusin, Van der Ven. If we're going to tear it up, let's just tear it up completely. You know what I mean?
Let's just do it. Let's stick we put Van der Ven on the right wing. Let's just do it.
All right, let's put Vicario up front then.
No, this is my point, you see, right? I'm actually proving a point, making a point, whatever. We need a right winger that's decent. That's the whole point.
Porro then.
Yeah, but then who are we going to put there? Archie Gray.
Yeah.
Put Win Porro's place, Archie Gray.
Yeah.
He won't do it though, will we?
He can do better than Porro at defending. He looked much better in defence.
True. Yeah.
Or what we do is what we've been saying. We play 3 at the back, which then gives us the protection. We've then got Porro and Doggy as right and left wingers that join up with the attack. I don't know how, with all this Ange ball or whatever Ange ball is, how he doesn't see that is the solution. Because that's the perfect solution. It gets rid of the 6. It gets the players attacking. They don't need to defend because you've got the 3 defenders. You've got Bergvall and Sarri holding in that midfield. It would just work. It would just, and then. I mean, I guess then we need to get a striker to replace Richarlison, because obviously he wouldn't be good enough to play up there. So I know Lee's going to bite in a minute, but I agree with you. I think Kulu should start, and he should start in the number 10 role because he's done great there. I don't, if he starts out on that right hand side, we're going to go. The ball's out to Kulu. He's cut inside. He's lost the ball.
Yeah.
No, they're not going to buy a player for 65 million and not play him. It's not going to
happen. Do you know what? I was really defensive of Johnson last year. He's only young, but I just don't know if this kid's got it. And I
think you're harsh, Kate.
I like him coming off the bench. That's the thing. I think
he's a better impact player than he is starter, 100%.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I think you're harsh on him, mate. He didn't do too bad last season. I'm sorry, he never. His first season, he did quite well.
Standards FC would say different, Jimbo.
Well, I'm not Standards FC. I'm Jimbo.
He's deluded FC.
Yeah, the new guy, this new kid we've bought, Wilson, he plays on the right wing. But yeah, it's come out that also Tottenham are planning to make a move to sign Manuel Locatelli from Juve. Bit underwhelming again, Nick. Are you happy about this or?
It's underwhelming, but it's good. It's good business. For me, I think it's 20 million compared to what if you look at if we spent 45 million on old Odobert and Locatelli, then that for me is better than spending 60-65 straight up front for Eze. So so in theory it's good, but again we need we then need more. We need another midfielder because then that is where the engine and the drive is going to have to come from that midfield, and the amount of games that we have, we're going to need some rotation between. We can't have a Sarr, a Maddison, and then he who shall not be named at the moment because we're not speaking about him. Who hasn't turned up. Then you've got Bergvall. Maybe a Gray. That's not enough for the amount of competitions that we're in.
Chang, I know you've got to jump off because your office is closing. Thank you for coming on as always, and we'll see you Monday to see how our predictions get on.
Cheers,
I thought. Wait, sorry, Miss Kate. Last Monday, or rather the Monday that just passed, you were saying that we were supposed to do our noon show on Tuesday. Because Spurs plays on Monday, right? Or is it still Monday? Yeah,
but Monday is better for me to do Monday.
It's fine with me as well.
And I can't do Tuesday, Chang, so sorry.
Okay, so it's fine with me. So I'll see you again on Monday, same time,
Yep.
same place.
Have a great weekend, Chang.
Yeah, have a good
Have a great
weekend.
everybody. I'm so sorry I had to drop off this early, but the office block is closing. And have a great weekend. Premier League kicks off tonight. Anyone who hasn't registered for your Fantasy Premier League team, you have another few hours to do that before the new season gets underway between Manchester United and Fulham. Of course, enjoy the weekend's fixtures, and I'll see each and every single one of you on Monday. Goodbye,
Love
everybody.
to the family, Chang.
Bye,
Thank you,
Chang.
Mr. James. See you soon.
See you
See ya.
soon. Bye-bye. A lot of people saying they like Locatelli. Someone just put played Bergvall as a right winger. Is that an option? I've not seen that he plays that way. I mean, is that an option for him? Does anyone know?
No.
Well,
Is
the way you've been saying it, Kate, anyone can play anywhere. So
I think he can. I think he can play on the right wing, Kate. But it's not his prominent position, is it? I don't think. But
Yeah.
everybody keeps saying this. Our new signing's a left winger. He's not. He's
a right winger.
Yeah, he's predominantly a right winger.
But he can play on the left if needed.
He can play on the left and number 10. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we need. I haven't got a fantasy football league. I do play the fantasy football, but I haven't set up a league. Excuse me. But yeah, I think Chang was purely saying that if you're going to do the fantasy football, you need to get it in. Play Bergvall instead of Madders, get ahead, and then take Bergvall off. Yeah, I put him as my surprise player of the season. I think he's going to make people really take a step back to watch this guy. I think he's going to be brilliant. Not really.
Well,
he's never played. Bergvall they're talking about.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Chiesa is no longer with the team. He's banished. Yeah, I mean, if he was that good, why is no one buying Chiesa? That's another one. Not even Paulinia could cope in an Ange system. Well, we will see. We will see. That's it, really, for today. It went quick. Predictions are done. Transfer news is done. Tonight is Man United. Jimbo, you've done 2-2. I've done 3-1 to Man United, and Nick's done 3-1. I'm just glad the football season's back. Listen, it's been a long time coming. It seems we had Euros, and then it seems to have been ages. So I'm glad it's back. Apparently, Vindaloo, the news was yesterday that Man United and Chelsea were both looking at loaning Tony, but I don't know if it's true. It was purely rumours. First sacking of the season, I'm going Maresca. We did do this the other day, I think. Jim, did you say?
I'm going Maresca as well.
And I think Nick said Nuno Espirito Santos.
Yeah.
Nuno Espirito.
I don't know who else I said. I can't remember.
Eddie Howe?
Eddie Howe, you said.
Someone said Eddie Howe because of the
England I said Eddie Howe, so did Nick.
I don't know what I said.
But
I don't know what I said 5 minutes ago, let alone what I said 2 days ago.
I do think Maresca will be sacked this season. I don't know if he'd be the first, but that's who I'm going for. But there will be a video released tomorrow that will show all my favourite YouTubers predicting their top 4, Champions League winner, Premier League winner, Europa League winner, FA Cup winner, and Carabao Cup winner. So keep an eye out for that. It's a good one. Bobby says, wait, just finished and was going to join it to find my tissues when I saw Nick was on my bed. He looked so sexy after all the weight loss. Going to call him medium time now. And says GBC fan. Maresca or Russell Martin says Edem. Jimbo, would you back Southgate if he was our manager?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, even though I don't like him, I wouldn't want him as our manager in any way whatsoever. Yeah,
I wish Arsenal fans would stop saying he's going to be our manager.
He won't be our manager.
I bloody well hope not. I think I'll give up if he becomes our manager. I don't think I could possibly support him. He's just his way of playing football is horrendous. But anyway, it is what it is. Bobby K, instead of talking to us, you should be recording your video. You're holding up the final production of my video.
Yeah, Bobby.
I've only been asking you, I don't know how long. Honestly, so big time, it won't even do me a video.
You're gonna love mine, Nick.
Yeah.
I guarantee you I'm not, Jim. I'm going to laugh at
Have a great weekend, everyone. Nick and I and Jim and Chang will be back on Monday, but watch out for that video tomorrow. Anybody else want to say anything before we go?
Yeah, I'm glad it's back, and watch out for the quick 4-0 on Monday.
Yeah. Nick?
What was the question, sorry?
I just said, is there anything you want to say before we go?
Yeah, we'll see you all on Monday before I shoot up the M1 to watch the Spurs win.
Yeah, enjoy it, Nick.
Yeah, even though that when every time you go, we lose.
We're breaking the hoodoo, Kate. I'm sick and tired. I'm not going to another away game where we don't win. If I do, that's it. Never again. I'm not even going to go to a European one this year. I'm not. It's not happening. So Tottenham Hotspur, if you're listening, Ange, play this on the bus or the flight or whatever way you're getting up to Leicester on Monday. Yeah, I'm not going again if you're going to freaking lose and not turn up. And don't come and clap the crowd and the fans at the end of the game because we're not interested anymore. Go to an away game and turn up, please. And that's it. If you can't do that, I'm not having it. I'll be on the pitch. I don't care. So, Ange, players, sort your stuff out. Madison, turn up. Sort it out, Spurs. I'm sick and tired of getting bantered by every fan every single week of the year for the last 24 years. Win us a bloody trophy and get the job done.
Wow, it was like Southside Spurs all over again. Shelfside Spurs with your rant.
I'm sick of it, Kate. I'm sick of all the banter. Every time I say something, oh, when was the last time you won something? I'm sick of it, Kate. Absolutely sick of it. So please, Tottenham, do us all a favour.
There you go. Nick has spoken. Jim, I don't know how you're going to follow that, but, you know, it's up to you. You've got to close the show. So off you go.
Come on, you Spurs. You're all going to see my predictions tomorrow, and you're all going to be in the mud when they come true. You wait and see. A quick 4-0 to start us off. We are fucking going to be there. I love you, Spurs.